Hello and welcome back folks to episode 4 of our Necron Company Captain Planetary Supremacy campaign. So in the last episode I actually said I was going to attack this tile here which has the Blood Angels defending it. But there's only 500 army points of value here and I realised actually this doesn't make any sense. I didn't actually realise it at the time, but since the Blood Angels previously owned this tile, me conquering it gives me no bonus to my army supply cap at all. The only bonus I would get is owning the tile, meaning the enemy can't, the enemy has to waste an AP taking the tile. So basically it's pointless. I didn't realise that at first. See, you attack this tile and I get a bonus of 100 army points, but that's because no one owns it. Whereas if I take this tile, and even if I fight the Tyranids over it, I don't get anything for actually taking it. But we are actually going to take that tile. The reason why is we've got 1 AP left. At the moment, if we lose a fight against the Tyranids, we could lose the game. Because they could take there, and then they could take our main base, and it's GG. Whereas, basically right now, the way it's looking, with them having 1595 and we've got 2160, we're basically guaranteed to win this fight. So they're going to have to give us this piece of territory. If they then reinforce fully and counter-attack us, we can fight them, and even if we lose the fight, they're only going to be able to take this area here, and we just push back after we reinforce. On the contrary, right now, if I was to mess around taking these other pieces of land, they could reinforce and attack me, and they push me right out to my base, and it's getting very dangerous at that point. So all we're going to do is we're going to attack the Tyranids here. There's a 100% chance of overwhelming victory due to the point differential, so they retreat. And from here we see what the Tyranids are going to do. They're going to reinforce and fight us, or what's the plan? Well, they're going after the neutral faction, which is questionable. Because the problem that they now have is we've got 2 AP, we can move here and attack them. And that should be relatively easy for us to do because we have such a point advantage. I mean, I can auto-resolve that, they run back, and now it's a really uneven fight in our favour, so we do that and we take out their base, and that is literally the end of the campaign. And that showcases a lot of the problems here for this Planetary Supremacy game mode. I mean, as it stands right now, at least in this campaign, the neutral factions have posed a lot more of a threat to us than the actual primary AI factions. I think the map is a little bit too small. But then again, the reason they probably didn't want to make the map any bigger is because you get sick of fighting the same neutral factions over and over again. I think part of the problem at the moment is that the difficulty settings are a bit strange. You put it on Company Captain, expecting that to be as hard as it gets, right? But they only give enhanced unit status to the neutral armies, not to the enemy Blood Angels or the enemy Tyranids. Why? Doesn't make any sense. So I don't really get that. And there is something that you can do in the options to actually change that. And I will be doing that for my future runs with the Tyranids and the Blood Angels. Because this is too easy. It was really challenging to start with fighting the Sisters, but at this point, it's really quite trivial. The other thing I found out was that I'm actually not using the momentum properly for the Necrons. Where is the... There we go, Dynasty of Living Metals. Yeah, so you see this square box here. That's indicating if I move outside of that range, then I will earn the momentum. So if I move to here, that's when the momentum should kick in. I didn't even realise you could check that with the box. So I guess when I end the turn. But the problem is if you activate Overwatch, then you lose momentum. So I don't want to activate Overwatch. I want to just use my AP to move even further up. And that's going to maximise the amount of momentum I gain. So that by the time I get into combat, I'll already have huge amounts of momentum. I've not really been exploiting that very much. So I've kind of been holding myself back in that regard. And in spite of it, honestly, the difficulty has not been very high. So, yeah, I just question... I question not giving full difficulty modifiers. I think it's weird. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intentional, but it doesn't make any sense. If you play Company Captain, you're obviously trying to go for the hardest difficulty. I think these AI factions, so including this Tyrannid army, they should be enhanced as well, not just the neutral ones. Because they're not enhanced, we're just going to thrash them. I imagine, we'll see. So I know it's a bit late now because I've basically finished the campaign anyway, and Necrons are OP. But I'm gonna make a conscious effort this match to man, I've got no train of thought right now. To not overwatch it necessarily. Oh, I overwatched with someone, you see, and they got -10 momentum due to it. But yeah, if you don't do the overwatch, then it means you end up getting crazy amounts of momentum when you start the battle. And then you're just healing off all the enemy attacks, because that's obviously what the Necron momentum does. Look at all that healing, crazy. Okay, so, yeah, we see we're already on 10 momentum, and when you do like the hit and runs, that's all part of it as well. That helps you with your momentum. I'm a bit confused about this though. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just shoot this Brood Lord. Crazy damage. Might as well pew pew these warriors a little bit. There you go. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Just tickle their pickle a little bit. And then we're back out of there. So later ones can just run around the side. Not really a big deal. Should be able to get a huge shot off with these hex marks now onto the Brood Lord. It's not the most accurate, actually. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to exploit the momentum gains with this command protocol. So you activate that, and then you get plus 100% momentum gains. And then if I am to move over here, I'm going to get some good momentum. I want the accuracy buff. There you go. Nearly. One hits it. So the plan basically is to rely on your more tanky units, just moving them up front to give them loads of momentum with the movement, and then you overwatch with your less tanky units, all these sort of fellas. Now, Let's see if we want to waste a shot on him. Why has he got that weird glowing head? Ah, that's the hunter's mark, yes. Now it all makes sense. It's a question I often have in life. Why has he got that weird glowing head? Pretty good chance to hit, actually. And that is a dead Broodlord. Wow, look at how many points that just gave us. Are you impressed? I'd be impressed. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, so these guys can just go into Overwatch. Range 3. Oh, these guys can actually shoot. Yeah, you can just blast the fools. Sure. So the intentional absence of Overwatch is actually something that you should be doing with Necrons. And like I say, I've just not been doing it, and it really doesn't matter. We kind of win anyway. Necrons are very strong. They're not shooting a tank unit there, though, are they? Where they're shooting warriors. God, it is a beautiful sight seeing Tyranids just melt to Gauss weaponry. Poor Tyranids. So, let's charge them. These guys won't achieve anything otherwise anyway. Move forward a little bit. So there is an Exocrine and a Trigon. That we want to try and take out here. Pretty awkward positioning. Who's this? Okay, this is a Gauss Immortal. I'd like to bust some of those warriors. Let's see, we might be able to get a good shot from here with the death mark. Pop them. Yeah, nicely done. Okay, cool. Yeah, Praetorians get some good zaps off there. Kill a few Termagants, move down this way, and then what we can can do here is we can move the Plasmancer up and we can drop a quantum orb on their ass. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Oh, nasty, nasty stuff. Reasonable chance to hit that Trigon, so let's shoot it. Oh wow, hit them both. Yeah, that's huge. That is actually huge. These warriors are a little bit dilapidated, so we're gonna pull them back. And you've already shot. That's fine. Lichguard can move up the center. They're under no real threat. Let's see if the Deathmats can finish off the Trigon over there. They can. Yeah, poor Tyranids. And those Gaunts got absolutely melted by the Immortals. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Venom throats are looking quite annoying. See if we can get a hit on them from up there. Probably not. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, this is a bit of an anticlimatic finale, isn't it? They don't have any chance. The Exocrine has its ability, might knock out one squad of warriors, but who cares? This is basically their finale. As far as I'm aware, as soon as I win this, I win the campaign because I took out their base. I don't think they can reinforce their army if I took out their base. We'll see. Pretty sure they can't. So yeah, they're going to be in some trouble. Isolated Termagants not able to get their damage buff from Endless Swarm, so they're not really doing that much damage. Especially when I've got 20% momentum. All this damage is just going to get healed off. I do want to kill this Exocrine, that's the only threat really that they have. There's probably something else big at the back, given that there's only 48 points here. And maybe not, actually. We'll have to see. Right, I think we just melee these guys. I don't know why we're so inaccurate, though. Oh wow, that did loads of damage. I really was not expecting that much damage. A little confused as to why this is so inaccurate. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Have they dropped their... Oh, they've dropped their Spore Cloud, I see. Fair enough. Fine. Well, we'll just surround them and overwatch their asses. Or something like that. I'm not going to be able to get in range of that Exocrine, I don't think. Chance, that's actually alright. We'll take that. and then we'll shoot it with death marks. Yeah, we don't really want to step into that spot cloud. Oh, a Turbigon. Cool. Alright, we'll do a little bit of damage here. Praetorians just, they're not very good for damage, if I'm honest with you. One of these hits surely must hit, thank you. Charge the termagants here. Political ones can move around the flank. Right, where are the rest of my death marks? Wow, that is so effective. I didn't think it was going to wipe it. I don't think I can reach. Let's see, I can probably shoot down these warriors here. I don't think I can actually kill this Exocrine right now, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, we've got another Tesla Carbine here, so they can finish off these Termagants. And then you're a Ghost Blaster. And then there's some Death Marks. So if I move back here, just shoot them to death. In fact, I think that's the call. Even in the cloud. Death marks are so good. Well, that's not going to kill, but it's going to come very close, yeah. Definitely get him next turn. This might kill. Yeah, beautiful. And then we just summon more Necron Warriors. And it's happy fun times. Shoot the warriors. Yeah, some of them arcs take out the termagants. Those termagants are basically going to be doing no damage anyway. And now these free warriors can push up a little bit. We take out the Turbigon and this is pretty much over. This would totally be different if the Tyranids had the enhanced status and they were getting more momentum, they were more accurate, more evasive, etc. But the fact that they're already outnumbered, and then the fact that they don't have that evasive factor, yeah, it's not good for them. They've got no chance, basically. So I do apologise for the anticlimatic finale, folks, but this is what we get. Definitely going to change that for the Tyrannid campaigns and the Blood Angel campaigns. Boom. Exocrine tries to move out of there, and Praetorians actually get a kill. Can you believe it? Wow, they dropped in spawn mines. What the fuck? Okay then. Like, the lack of evasion is so apparent compared to fighting, like, the sisters and stuff. It's crazy. Oh my god, spawn mines do a lot of damage. Holy shit, I didn't expect them to kill immortals in one blow up. Bloody hell. That's ridiculous. Oh, these things are absurd. Totally absurd. Wow. They're completely ridiculous. And there's, like, no way to avoid them either. Silly, silly, silly. But they don't really seem to do much of an AoE. Yeah. So whoever you sort of pull away with, will be the end of them. What if you actually shoot them to death? Do they... I don't actually know how spawn mines really work. If I shoot them to death, do they still explode? I imagine they do, but let's find out. Oh my god, they don't. Wow. Okay then. Yeah, spawn mines aren't that good then. Whatever. Let's end this. Melt a few termagants over here. God, it is satisfying seeing gaunts just disintegrate into pools of blood. That is definitely satisfying. And then all the death marks can just teleport in that direction. And then you know what happens next turn. The death marks go pew pew. I always forget that the Plasmancer does AoE damage with that. Pretty terrifying. Okay, so he's screaming at me in absolute frustration because that's about all he can do to actually have any hope of winning. There you go. Tervigon is slain. Very easy. Not at all a challenge. 9 Termagants dead, 3 Hormagaunts, 3 Warrior Broods, 1 Spore Mine, 2 Venomphropes, a Brood Lord, which is kind of suicide charged at the beginning, a Trigon, a Tervigon, and an Exocrine. Must admit the Brood Lord was pretty poorly used. and it was like 18 points out of the 100 overall, so yeah, not great to see the AI just sort of throw their broodlord at me like that. Definitely some improvements need to be made in that regard, so let's proceed. So the Tyranids lose their HQ, and that is it. That is the campaign. There you go. A very underwhelming finale, and I think this highlights a lot of the problems that the planetary supremacy game mode has. Part of this would be resolved by the AI factions getting enhanced status, but I also think the AI factions just need more time to build up. So the hexes need to be bigger, but the problem there obviously would be you're going to be fighting the neutral factions more, and people will just get sick of that, because there's not enough neutral factions yet. But if and when more factions could be added to the game, then things could be a lot more entertaining. As for now, I just hope that one day we get an actual single-player campaign for the Necrons. That would be really fun in my opinion. I really liked the linear design, the missions, in the single player for the Blood Angels in comparison to this, but at least this gives me an opportunity to play as the Blood Angels again in a different setting, but also to play as the Tyranids. So playing as the Tyranids is what we're going to do next in a Planetary Supremacy campaign, but unlike this one, we're going to toggle on enhanced AI troops for the main AI factions, not just the neutral factions, so hopefully that will add a little bit more difficulty. Thank you for tuning in, folks. That is going to be all from your boy, Senpai, SDD. I'm signing out. Peace.